Project 2025 has some very, very huge implications for veterans and veteran benefits. And here we're going to take a look at Project 2025 and veteran healthcare side of the house. We already talked about the disability benefit side of the house, and in short, there are absolute solid indications that your disability might be going away. Good luck, everybody. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think I am, according to what I read. And I'll have that video below in the pinned comments. Again, good luck. Right? May the odds ever be in your favor. And that really sucks, and I hate to say that. Now, for VHA side of the house, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So this is about Project 2025. So what is Project 2025? And this right here sums it up perfectly. It's building now for a conservative victory through policy, personnel, and training. That is 3 of 4 pillars of Project 2025. The 5th pillar is a 180-day playbook, essentially executive orders doing whatever the president wants to do, which does not sound, well, I don't want to get into personal opinions, okay? 4 pillars: a policy agenda, personnel training, and a 180-day playbook. The benefit and healthcare side of the house is going to fall under policy as well as personnel and training. But let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to have this link below so you can read about Project 2025. Essentially, it's conservatives building the future based on these 4 pillars and their what a traditional conservative believes in. Okay, that's Project 2025. Now, what matters to veterans is in here, and this is what you want to take a look at. Again, the last video we covered the VBA side of the house. I'll show you where that's at in this book. And we're going to cover the VHA side of the house. And guess what? It's already labeled for you. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll find the Department of Veteran Affairs, page 641. It's already shortcutted for you. So you just click this. Bam. We are here. Okay. Has the mission statement and the overview. Essentially, all this says is the VA's veteran-centric, or that's what they're supposed to do. And the overview says the VA under Trump was awesome and the VA under Biden sucked. That's paraphrased. Okay. You can take a look at that. And then the history of the VA, talking about the Civil War all the way up to the PACT Act, which is now, that's where you'll find that. And here is VHA, Veterans Health Administration. We're going to go over this, but if you don't want to watch my previous video for whatever reason, which you absolutely should, because it's legitimately scary, here's the VBA side of the house. Okay. Now let's scroll back up to the VHA side of the house, Veterans Health Administration. Anytime you see a bullet here, it is a needed reform, like a recommendation, okay? The Heritage Foundation, which is Project 2025, does not control the government. This is being used as a, I'm going to call it an advisory tool. That's probably not the proper way to describe it, but that's how it works in my mind. And so now administrations can either adopt, right, or completely disregard what the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025 are implying here. So needed reform: rescind all department clinical policy directives that are contrary to principles of conservative governance, starting with abortion services and gender reassignment surgery. Keep in mind, we're talking about the Department of Veteran Affairs right now, okay? And the next sentence really covers that. Neither aligns with service-connected conditions that would warrant VAs providing this type of clinical care, and both follow the left's pernicious, I'm sorry to read that to you on camera, I'm not going to edit that, trend of abusing the role of government to further its own agenda. I'm not going to say anything about this because I understand it's a very touchy subject, but I will say, correct me if I'm wrong, but abortion services, especially gender reassignment surgery, this has to be an extreme minority, okay? Abortion services, that would make sense as far as not being a minority. But the argument I see here is following the left's own agenda. You could make that same argument above for this one, the conservative governance for abortion services, okay? But their argument is they don't align with service-connected conditions. I'm not saying this is just what I'm reading, okay? Let's move down to the second one here. Focus on the effects of shifting veteran demographics. This one's probably going to piss off a lot of the older generations. Essentially, and I'm not going to read this entire thing because it's a few paragraphs. What it pretty much says is Vietnam veterans are dying and the Gulf War post 9/11 era are rising up, and the VA is going to have a demographic shift. That's pretty much what it says. Okay. You can go ahead and look at that, but you can see VHA enrollments of new users are increasingly at risk of being exceeded by the deaths of current enrollees. So there's going to be a generational shift here from Vietnam era veterans to post 9/11 veterans. There it is. Okay. Community care is very centric. Okay. So a lot of the VHA proposals here, and we're gonna get back on track, is this bullet right here. Okay, this summarizes the main juice of the Project 2025 for VHA benefits is the Mission Act, which is community care eligibility and standards. Community care, in my own words, and as short as I can make it, is a veteran's ability to seek private health care for free, covered by the VA, in a timely manner. That's what community care is supposed to be used for under the Mission Act. What this does, it implies that the current administration is going against the Mission Act and not allowing veterans to seek community care. Okay, now there are a few things I do like here. Okay, where was it at? Okay, here's one of them. Section 121, developing and administrating an education program that teaches veterans about their healthcare options available from the Department of Veteran Affairs. I like this. I am totally down for this, okay? I don't even know why they're not doing that now. It kind of makes you question, well, what are you doing? The answer is nothing. That's what they're doing. Definitely down for that for sure. Okay, next bullet, requiring the VHA to report publicly on all aspects of its operation. Holy baloney, I've been preaching this for a while now. This one I can agree with, okay? The VA as a whole, not just VHA, specifically VBA as well, they have got to be more transparent, okay? On the VBA side of the house, why the heck does it take a FOIA request to see the adjudication process for your claim? Riddle me that. But report publicly on quality, safety, patient experience, right? I think we're going to see another 91.8% this time, but hey, it probably increased, right? Timeliness and cost effectiveness of using standards similar to Medicare, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Encourage VA medical centers to seek out relevant academic and private sector input into their communities. All right. Budget. Conduct an independent audit of the VA similar to the DoD. Okay. This one, woo, man, I don't think people will be happy for that. Be careful what you wish for, brother. Okay. Assess the misalignment of VHA facilities and rising infrastructure costs. So it says here, okay, medical facilities that are an average of 60 years old, underutilized, and inadequately staffed. Facilities in certain urban and rural areas are seeing significant declines in the veteran population and strong competition for fresh medical staff. That's a problem. That's an absolute problem. Talks about the Infrastructure Act there. Embrace the expansion of community-based outpatient clinics, CBOCs, okay? And explore the potential to pilot facilities sharing partnerships between VA-trained and healthcare systems. So A theme that I'm starting to see right now from all of this is more privatized care, okay, on both personnel side of the house, which we're about to get to, but budget systems, processes, just, copy private is pretty much the vibe I'm getting here. Let's look at personnel. Extend the term for the Undersecretary of Health to 5 years. Okay, sure. Established an SES position of VHA, Chief Information Officer. All right. Identify workflow processes to bring wait times in compliance with VA Mission Act. I think everyone is down for this one. Okay. Essentially make VHA faster. And then it has a few things listed out here. Assess the daily clinical appointments load for physicians and clinical staff. Require VHA facilities to increase the number of patients seen each day equal to number seen by DoD facilities. Approximately 19 patients per day. That's DoD. Currently, VA facilities may be seeing as few as 6 per day. 6 veterans per provider per day. Consider a pilot program to extend weekday appointment hours and offer Saturday appointment options. This is for veterans who can't take off, who might not have PTO, who might have to drive a long distance, okay? Identify clinical services that are consistently in high demand, right? Don't give them bonuses, though, because the VA SESs will just take them. Assess medical facilities where community care is readily available. Okay. Further explore how to leverage telehealth to reduce personal costs. This one I'm definitely down for this, especially for remote and rural areas, for like things like mental health. Okay, that would definitely be clutch. Assess recruitment and retention in highly competitive medical markets. Good luck with that. Consider aggressively recruiting. This one's funny to me. Recruiting retired physicians who desire to serve veterans. Yes, more older doctors whose eyesights and thought processes are slowed down. Solid. Consider expanding VA tuition assistance in exchange for reciprocal service in rural and understaffed VAMCs. This is interesting. That's absolutely amazing. Examine the surpluses of deficits in mental health professionals. Okay. Conduct high quality assessment, EHR stuff. And there we go. That is the VHA side of the house. Basically, make it more private. I really don't see anything too alarming in Project 2025 when it comes to VHA. There are a few things that are questionable, but nothing alarming. Definitely nothing on the scale of the VBA side of the house. Again, check out the VBA video. It's going to be below in the pinned comments. And I'm not joking when I say this. I am legitimately concerned on VBA side of the house for Project 2025. Let's see what happens.